Hey, primates! Links to the video we react to today are in the description below. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell to be notified whenever we go live or put out new content. It really helps us out. Thank you so much. Enjoy the show! So, there's a game called, Stellar Blade.
Guys, we're here.
Stellar Blade, as you can see here. It looks like a good game. However, they promised that they would have a fully uncensored game, because there was a big controversy about the character in the game being too sexy. A lot of people don't like it. You know, for some reason here in Western America, there's a big fear, not a fear, it is a hatred for women, especially if they're beautiful. And you know, it's, you know, I don't know why they hate booba and booty so much here in the United States, but they do. They really hate beautiful women. A lot. I have no idea why. I think all women are beautiful. And I don't mean that in, like, the classic sense. I mean that as in, like, there's obviously some people that are flat out ugly. Like, I am one of those people, and I understand where I belong on the market. You know, like, and us uggos, we gotta stick together, you feel me? But I also believe that the vast majority of women are downright gorgeous. Even a lot of women that I did it, that most people don't find attractive, I do. For example, and this is gonna be a great example, because a lot of people, you know what, I'm not gonna say it, but let's just say, like, even classically unattractive women, I tend to find quite beautiful. I enjoy the things in life. All women, I believe, are gorgeous. I'm not gonna use anybody as I was about to use a fake person. Like, I can't use a real person because I don't want to offend anybody, and I can't use a fake person because it kind of just doesn't really prove my point. The point is, why can't we just have, like, beautiful women and beautiful men in games and enjoy it, like Geralt of Rivia? I have, and for those, like, I'll show you this just because I don't want to, like, come off as, like, because I've been hearing such great things about the Witcher series, I purchased both the first and second Witcher games, and I want to go through them with all of you. Of course, one of the main, like, appeals to, here we go, so you know I'm not talking off my butt. I got the first Witcher, the Enhanced Edition, and the second with the Assassin of Kings DLC, because I want to play through this. Now, of course, yeah, I want to be a super hot, sexy, freaking, like, crazy dude that freaking, like, half-vamp monster, whatever the frick he is. I don't know, but it's like, there's plenty of games where that's an okay thing. It's okay to just have a freaking muscly, awesome-looking dude man that's, like, just freaking just man, you know. Sometimes you just want to do that. I am not a man IRL, so sometimes I really want to, you know, play that kind of stuff. And I can't lie, I'm definitely the kind of person that when it comes to things like playing Fallout, playing Skyrim, not every time. Sometimes I go for the barbarian, you know, frickin', but sometimes I go for the gorgeous women, because I love looking at gorgeous women. I can't help it. Now, this controversy, somehow, literally everything I just spoke about, that was the whole controversy. Whether it's okay, not okay to have sexy women, sexy clothing, sexy stuff in a game. This is a Souls-like game, and for some reason, the controversy between whether this should be censored, uncensored, Sony has, regardless of the situation, Sony decided it should be censored. And so, day one patch, they censored a lot of outfits, they censored a lot of gore, a lot of blood, a lot of stuff in the game. Which is just not okay. Any kind of censorship is not okay. This is a game that everyone was being sold on as being non-censored, as being, you know, the original work that they showed in the trailers and stuff. Why is it that the one in Japan is not censored quite the same way? And that's just bogus. You know, Sony, what are you doing? Anyway, let's get into the actual video. Of course, Rev Says Desu here, great YouTuber. Go and support him. Drop a like. Please go support. I'm going to share this on the Discord so everyone can see. I just wanted to give my 2 cents, my opinion on the wider controversy before we get into these details, because for some reason, this topic, this debate has gone so insane, so freaking everyone's gotten so angry that apparently it's okay to just put a hit out on people on Twitter now. Okay. So let's play the video. Rev here is going to explain everything in finer details, I'm sure. Putting the video on my Discord.
So for months now, there's been a lot of drama surrounding the game Stellar Blade, and just when you thought this discourse couldn't get any crazier, something else happens. And that something else is another bounty being placed on someone's head, a threat to their life, because they called out the censorship of this game, which is confirmed, by the way. It's more than just outfits. There's multiple aspects of Stellar Blade that have been censored, and these changes have been acknowledged by the director of Shift Up, and all of this is a direct...
And now, I want to make sure we go over these points real quick because for some reason, the vast majority of Twitter that I've seen has just been completely ignoring the actual issues that people are bringing up. They're literally bringing they are bringing it down. Watering it down is a better way. They are watering it down to a bunch of guys are mad that there's not that the booba got censored, and that's not the only thing. Yes, absolutely, the booba getting censored, it's 100% on there. I'd say that's at least 30% of the reason, if not 40. However, a lot of artwork, for example, this is hilarious and an understandable change. Like, this is just an accident and funny. Hard R shop. Like, this was just like random graffiti that just like hard. I totally could see someone putting hard or nicknaming. Like, y'all don't understand. I gotta admit something. I used to roll with taggers. I didn't tag a lot myself. I did it every once in a while. I got as far as like using stencils. You know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I was a hard tagger or nothing. I wasn't. I wasn't the kind of kid that would go and like grab like Sharpies and stuff. No, but me and like 3 other friends would go and like rent out the Santa Monica little spots. You can basically pay. They're expensive. They used to not be so expensive. Now they're wild. Now they're crazy expensive. But you used to be able to pay for certain spots, or you used to be able to work for locals, and you would use stencils to like tag certain things. And the amount of people I have spoken to that had names like String. Like, his street name was String. That was his tag name, String. Or just, like, I've met, like, 17 different kings. Kings spelled with 2 eyes, with 1 eye. Like, spelled with, I don't, like, you don't, like, spelled with a Q. You get me? Like, I've seen all kinds. So, Hard, I could absolutely see here in LA somebody coming out with the street name Hard. You get me? But obviously, they just found they just Google search random words, like, for like, you know, graffiti and put Hard, and it's just a bad positioning there. Looks like they came out and fully admitted to the censorship. A lot of blood and gore was censored, a lot. Especially the gore. You can see a lot of the blood on the actual individual, on the person, censored. I don't know why. The dresses, censored. Blocked off. They did the same thing in Skullgirls. They did the same thing in, I'm trying to think what else. What other game was there? So quite a few examples. I just can't think of off the top of my head. Let's continue on. But basically, I want to make sure that you guys understand that it's not just the pretty dresses either. But yes, of course, it is the pretty dresses as well, because the people were promised something. They were promised something that was going to be fully uncensored, and that's not the case, is it?
Contradiction to the way that this game was advertised as an uncensored release. Now, one of the main people leading the charge against the censorship of Stellar Blade...
Now, here is Grums. I didn't know much about Grums. I'll tell you what, I'm definitely going to follow him from now on. Even if, like, if nothing else, I kind of want to know what exactly, like, he seems to be, if not opinionated, he seems to have a lot of sway, because apparently people get so furious over him saying stuff. He is the one who
has been Mark Kern, or known as his Twitter handle,
petition.
Grums.
And I'm sure
he has been
Rebel
calling out these acts of censorship and created a petition that hopes to revert these acts of censorship. Now, he's been targeted by a lot of people who are trying to attack him for calling out these acts of censorship, and he was once again trending yesterday, and for some absolutely vile reasons. Now, we covered this tweet a few videos ago.
I unfortunately have not covered this. This is on me. I was not aware of this situation. But darn it, this YouTube, Twitter space, this is a space that I'm trying to get into, a space that I want to be a part of, a community I want to be engaged with. And this kind of stuff is pissing me off, dude. It really is. Bro, Toadman is such a freaking coward. Absolute garbage. Bro, really? Because Grums over here created a petition to have the game uncensored and returned to its original state. A freaking video game, bro. It's a freaking video game. Toadman over here is willing to effectively insinuate that he wants to, not even insinuate, screw you. You full-blown basically put a hit out on this guy. Because some idiot out there, I've seen the internet, there are some morons out there that would genuinely believe this guy's willing to give you $20K and go do it like an absolute insane, moronic individual. I'm sure somebody's that dumb.
Someone offered $20,000 to anyone who could make Mark Kern disappear. This is responding to a...
I'm sorry, I don't care, bro. Toadman needs to be arrested for that. This is a full-blown hit. This is a full-blown hit being put out there. This is a federal crime. This should absolutely be punishable. and it should be punished. That is not putting a hit out on someone is not protected speech at all.
Tweet where he is showing uncensored outfits of Eve so you can compare them to the censored versions. This is the reaction someone had. A literal crime, by the way, putting a bounty on someone's life. Now, of course, I would cover that in a video that later Asmongold would react to yesterday.
I did see this reaction actually by
Stellar Blade censorship, and we get a reactionception here when the Twitch streamer Denims TV would react to Asmongold's video, reacting to my video. However,
so, yeah, basically, this chick said, forget 20, I'm putting 30. She doubled down on the hits and then increased the price on the bounty. Bro is on some One Piece Luffy
she would
shiz.
up the bounty
nah, y'all gotta get off your ish, bro.
The bounty on Mark Kern's head.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K.
You garbage. You stupid. You garbage.
To anyone
Stop putting hits out on people.
Will make
That's
this
not okay.
Disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger. Okay, you have to do both. All right? Because then it's a win-win for me. I get more breast, and I don't have to see that moron on my timeline anymore. So if you think about it.
Now, in case you're wondering at home,
garbage people. Absolutely garbage people.
Based on a fair interpretation of the law, what she did, what she said in that clip might constitute a felony in the United States. Now, for those who don't understand what constitutes something as a felony, that means the violation of that law carries a minimum of 1 year in prison. So what she did might actually land her in some very serious trouble. And
quite frankly, it
adding
should.
a little joke at the end about Eve's boobs does not somehow cancel out what she had already said. Now, because she was reacting to Asmongold's video about this threat, there is some confusion as to whether she was addressing this comment.
I gotta be honest. At first, I thought for sure this was about Asmongold. Thank you so much to Rev for freaking explaining that, because I didn't even know about Grums. And yes, I have signed the petition.
Towards Mark Kern or Asmongold's or both of them. And this was Asmongold's reaction to seeing this clip.
Because then it's a win-win for me.
What a retard.
I get more breast.
Language,
and I don't have to
Asmongler.
see that moron on my timeline anymore.
Oh my god.
So if you think about it.
Well, she's so aggressive? Well, it's simple. So how do you deal with a situation like this? It's really easy. I contacted Twitch about it earlier. I sent them the clip, and we'll see what happens. And
yeah, no, she for sure deserves a permaban. That 100% deserves a permaban.
You know, maybe after that.
Hey, but to be fair though, she can go to Kick. Kick doesn't care about stuff like this. They'll just ban you for like 3 days. So if anything, you can go to Kick. She's still gonna have a platform.
Put in a police report. I'm gonna just wait and see how things play out.
You said he was gonna put in a police report? Frankly, the best thing we can do as a community is to tag local law enforcement. Tag local law enforcement's Twitters onto that. Because they deserve to be investigated.
It's completely unhinged. It's totally uncalled for. Yeah, this is like a felony. What is this? She's got me on the screen, and she's saying that. Yeah, so I did see this. I thought it was.
I love Wolf Critical. Also, PSA: this Rev guy is a lolicon liker. I don't know if he's a lolicon liker. He likes lollies, doesn't he?
Was quite ridiculous. It's actually kind of a surprise.
To make sure everyone's aware, he likes adults, like actual adults, not.
Eyes. So obviously, like
he
we've said,
himself is a lolly, I believe.
This is a very serious
There's
situation.
There's a fine line of difference there. I gotta figure that whole thing. That's a topic for a different situation.
What she said, very clearly at the minimum, violates the terms of service of all of the related platforms, and also, as many people claim, has also broken the law as well. She is in some hot water. She's going to be dealing with a lot of headaches out of the situation, which of course is a self-inflicted wound.
Absolutely. FBI should definitely be taking a look at this. Unfortunately, the FBI cybersecurity team, don't tag the FBI, tag the FBI cybersecurity team. They're the ones that are actually in charge of it. The FBI is not quite so in charge of the internet. They're not really in charge of the internet. It's the FBI cybersecurity team. It's a specific section. I don't know if they do have a Twitter, but that's something that they got to look into. But yeah, it should be absolutely a permaban on Twitter, on Twitch, like flat out. I believe
She said this under no pressure.
Like I am all for this new super open, non-censored Twitter. However, I can't, like, this is not okay. This went from like BS on the internet, little internet beef, little internet like squabbles and arguments. Like, how do you go from an argument to a full-blown hit, bro? Like, y'all just taking this too far. Like, that's it. Like, get out of here.
This openly,
really went from 0 to
and it's
100,
recorded
bro.
in front of a live audience for everyone to see.
And over a
Now, there's
freaking
been a
video
lot of
game.
reaction to this tweet that's going around, and here's some of the more popular responses. This user saying, wow, I gotta look up what this guy did to get them to this point. Oh, he just said video games shouldn't be censored.
Yeah.
Here's another one from Chibi Reviews saying, this is all over Stellar Blade, by the way. Woke up seeing a streamer putting a literal death bounty on someone's head for not liking censorship. This person legit needs mental help.
Oh, they needed mental health. They need to be on. They need medication. They need a therapist. They need.
I feel like when you get kind of lost
frankly,
in the
they
woods
need to
here,
go. They need to go to prison and be checked
and
out.
people are getting, back
They
and
belong
forth
in
with
the
each other.
loony
You kind
bin,
of forget
flat out.
what we're talking about. Obviously, these issues are important, right? Nobody wants this censorship of Stellar Blade. People want to speak out against it and get it reverted, hopefully, right? It's important to a lot of people, but it's not life and death. It is not life and death.
No, it's not. Like, welcome to America, where you're allowed to have your opinion and you're allowed to speak on it. But then people freaking want to put a hit out. Like, get the frick out of here,
At
bro.
a point
What is
where
wrong with
people
you?
are putting
You're sick.
multiple bounties on people's heads over the situation, over calling out censorship of a video game. If that is your reaction to someone calling out censorship,
And, like, bro,
you are not
Grubs
well.
is just
If you're
stating
wishing
facts.
harm upon someone based on that, you are not well. And in this situation, it's very odd because we've seen all kinds of death threats be thrown at Asmongold.
Funny enough, I've had a lot of death threats. People don't like monkeys on the internet. I laugh every time. Please continue to give me that engagement. It really helps. It really freaking helps.
Our current, even
I accept
myself,
all
from
forms
just
of
random
bullying,
Twitter
harassment
users, but you don't
in
see
my
people
comments.
who are established
The engagement
Twitch
really
streamers
helps.
do stuff like this. I mean, that's why it's so crazy. But moving on to another comment, this user said, the craziest part is if Grums threatened someone like that, no one would view it as a joke,
I'm
and it would
eating
make
hot dog.
national headline news. And that is very true. If Mark Kern had made a threat like this against someone else, he would be
Oh,
annihilated.
absolutely. Absolutely.
He'd be wiped off the face of the earth. Every platform he was on would be removing him, right? I think that's very obvious. However, in this situation, people are actually trying to defend what she said and act like it's not
There
that
is
big of
no
a deal. But
defending
we
it.
know if the roles were reversed in the situation, they would not be
100%.
feeling the same. People would not have the same view because they dislike Mark Kern and they're trying to defend.
And that's a great way to see, because, like, again, you really flip this around on them, they would be all over Grums. They would be all over him, canceling him. It's like, your logic doesn't make any sense if it can't be applied in every situation.
anyone who is going after him. And also this idea, if Mark Kern did this, people like me and other people who have been supportive of him would be critical of him if he made this threat. In
110%.
fact, if Mark Kern had made a
I
bounty
didn't
like
know about either of these two individuals until I heard about this.
this against someone else, I would have immediately dropped any support for him because that would be unhinged. But in this situation, people are trying to justify it because they don't like him. In fact, this part about the joke is something that a lot of people are doing. People are trying to claim that this is just a joke. And if this was, of course, reversed roles, they would not claim it was a joke. You can see Caseytron here saying this. Imagine your biggest problem in life is female video game characters not showing enough skin. And when people make fun of you for it, you pretend that you're getting death threats.
See, wait, who is this? Caseytron? Get the garbage person too. No, this is not pretending to get death threats. They put in actual hits. They announced to the world that they're willing to pay money to have this man murdered, to have this man disappear. Get the frick out of here, bro. Why are you pretending, Caseytron? Why are you pretending like this isn't what it is? This is what I hate, bro. When people be trying to tell you the sky is not blue when it's definitely freaking blue, bro.
The only thing you're a victim of is your own porn sickness. Of course, calling everyone you don't like a porn addict how mature.
The game
but
doesn't
also
show
you can
nudity.
see multiple layers of denying the truth. They're trying to act like the censorship is only down to the outfits, when we know it's about more than just that.
Yeah.
It's also about broken promises from Stellar Blade. They're trying to minimize what people are actually complaining about, and then in the same breath are trying to claim that he wasn't getting death threats. The clip is literally right there, where
Yeah.
she puts a bounty on his life. You can put the evidence and shove it right in their face, and they will still say,
Bro, somebody please community note that. I freaking love community notes so much.
it didn't happen. Whether it's with the censorship or with these threats, they just pretend like it's not there because it suits their own agenda. In fact, I think Casey Tron's just mad because the other day she tried to go after Asmongold, and he absolutely annihilated.
Is this the same lady that started talking smack about Asmongold's dead mom? There was one lady that literally started to talk about Asmongold's dead mom, and she's garbage too.
Her with this reply. I think she's still mad about this. That's why she's making those comments.
She's really mad because Asmongold is a
Casey Tron's just
multi-millionaire,
mad.
and he prefers to live humble. Wow. Wow, Casey Tron. Who would have thought she was a garbage person?
Because the other day she tried to go after Asmongold, and he absolutely annihilated her with this reply. I think she's still mad about this. That's why she's making those comments. But moving
Probably.
forward, here's another comment saying, doesn't matter what you think of him, putting out hits, especially publicly like this, is not something that's a joke or funny. There is no grounds for free speech here. This is inciting physical harm against someone.
110%.
I mean, how do you explain this any other
This
way
is
than
the definition
exactly
of
that?
inciting
This is
physical
not
violence.
free speech. Free speech has its limits. You can't incite violence against people. What is she doing when she puts a bounty on someone's head and has a bounty off of their life?
Definition!
What is that other than inciting harm against someone
inciting.
else? And here's legal mindset, obviously an attorney, and this is his
Really?
perspective on the situation, saying,
I didn't
the
know
comments
he talked
hilariously
on this.
destroy this woman, but the reality is, this is a clear unfair application of TOS. Twitch, YouTube, and X suspend accounts for saying far less and without direct threats of violence. And adding in a comment about Eve's breasts at the end does not change anything. She probably thought she was smart doing so. It's like people who say, in Minecraft, right?
I love
You'll see
legal
someone make a
mindset. Such
threat
a-
against
such a-
someone else, and
such a
they'll say,
cool
well,
dude.
in Minecraft. That does not,
I love watching serious legal people
escalate that
take
or
video
de-escalate
gaming
it
seriously.
to something lower than a threat. It's still a
seriously
threat.
as it should be
Even if you
taken.
add in a little quib like that to make it a joke, it's still a threat. And she is aware of this. So when this initially happened, her own viewers were saying that she did something very, very seriously wrong and said that they were calling the police on her over this threat. And this was her initial reaction to people saying that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I called the local police. Don't threaten people's lives. Good. Let's based freaking XS Blackser 13. Let's freaking go. You are a garbage person, ma'am. And you deserved to have the police do a wellness check on you, frankly.
I just love holding streamers accountable. Sir, if you show a cop that clip, he's gonna laugh in your face. Half of that clip is me talking about liking big boobs.
Oh, she really thought by putting the boob
Well, as
joke
you
it
can
was going to
see,
make it
she's not
somehow
laughing
better.
anymore. As this clip went viral on Twitter, she immediately privated her account, and she has
She
gone
privated
into
her
hiding, which is
account.
not
Yeah, you're not gonna. It's the internet. That lives on the internet forever. You're not gonna get away from that. And I genuinely hope the police hold her accountable. I genuinely do.
All of these people who make these crazy statements, the second they face any consequences or criticism, they immediately private their accounts. We've seen it happen with pretty much every single person involved in this Stellar Blade fiasco, and it's just predictable at this point. But really, the takeaway from all
Let's
this
go, Mike
is people have gotten way
Tyson,
too
yeah!
comfortable saying the
Bro,
most
this is the
outrageous
realest freaking
stuff
thing. I
on
gotta
social
read
media.
this.
I get it. Okay, some
That
of
is
these things are
the
heated
realest
topics. People
freaking
insult
quote,
each other.
bro.
People make fun of each other. People criticize each other. But when it gets to a point where a conversation about censorship of a video game gets to a point where people are having threats on their lives, like, what are we doing? People are way too comfortable, and this Mike Tyson quote will live on forever because people keep doing this. People keep acting like they can say whatever they want with no consequences just because they feel basically empowered by their moral disagreement over censorship of a video game character and how we should view it. But moving
And bro,
forward,
how do they not see how much of a lunatic they are? Like, bro is out here just freaking using his rights to petition and to make an argument against censorship of entertainment. And you start to talk about putting a hit out on him, bro. Like, you're a lunatic. You're an absolute freaking lunatic. That's not a joke. Like, what?
here's Mark Kern's response to everything. He says, yes, I am upset about a streamer upping the joke bounty on my head, but I deleted everything except the video clip to keep the focus. All this because people want to stop the petition. Sign it today and make it all worth it. You can see his petition and the related hashtag #FreeStellarBlade, which unfortunately now has been censored by Twitter. This is not too surprising. They tend to clamp down on things like this.
That's not cool though. That's not cool though, Twitter. Elon, what are you doing, Elon? What the frick is this? They're petitioning for a change. How come you're censoring FreeStellarBlade?
All the time, but the #FreeStellarBlade has been censored on Twitter.
I need to
but
check this.
despite
Is that true?
Despite this hashtag being hidden by Twitter over 24
true?
hours ago, in that same time period, the petition has grown by over 20,000 signatures, and it's now up to 55,000 in total, which is absolutely crazy. And again, I'll put a link to this in the description. Go ahead and give that a signature and add your support to this campaign. So hopefully we can get these censorships rolled back. Now, again, I think it's important to take a step back and just realize how far things have gone. A conversation about censorship
it's no longer
of
censored.
a video game has led to such
no longer
extreme
censored.
reactions.
That's
and
good.
the people making these threats and alike, they think they're the normal ones in this situation, and it's totally insane. It is hard to understand why people are so threatened by someone calling out very visible censorship of a video game that they were promised, that the customer was promised wouldn't be censored. Why are people so angry about those calling it out? It's truly a head scratcher. And before we go, there's one more thing I want to point out. So you guys know I work with Advanced GG, and they have new lines of stuff coming out here. You can see their nice selection here. I always love this little formula setup they got for their focus, energy, and hydration.
Oh, does red
and
have
I
a
wanted
flavor?
to add this in at the end because they returned the lemonade hydration flavor, which I know is a fan favorite among you guys. So I wanted to let you know that that is back, and of course use code REV at checkout.
Yo, what's
for 10%
up? Where's mine? I
off
want
of
a
your
flavor.
order. But for now, that is the news, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics.
Mine's
in
gonna
the
be
comment
called
section
Banana
down
Buzz
below,
Bomb.
and I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you so much for the video. I love how he gave us a link to the petition. I'm gonna grab this. Hold on, let's open this. For starters, I want to say I have signed the petition myself. I already follow him, right? No, not yet. Let's follow him. I have followed the petition. Whoops. It's high. Oh, nice. I think it's actually higher now. By a little bit. Let's go. It is trending. Yeah. That's from 11 hours ago. Does he have a link to the petition? Oh, here it is. It's like literally just the image. I have signed the petition myself. It's at 60. Very close to the next goal, to the new goal. I'm glad. I am glad. I'm going to go ahead and link this on our Discord. I didn't even know about this whole situation. Like, I didn't know about this petition at all until these people started to throw out hits on people. But you know what? Now you're bringing more attention to this, aren't you? Aren't you? What were their names? Out of curiosity,
Here's another one from Chibi Reviews saying this is all over Stellar Blade.
Just last thing, out of curiosity, we're gonna do some gameplay right now. Just out of curiosity, what happened to that one dude? Toadman? Is Toadman still on the platform? Anyone know? Is he off the platform? That's interesting. Is he actually gone? How can you tell? How can you find someone's account, like, after they're, potentially... What was his name again? Trending is Beeble? Hey, Beeble's trending. Let's freaking go. Sorry, that's nothing. Alright, I think he's... I don't know if he's on the platform. Toadman? What was his name? Toadman? Freaking name, we just had it. Yeah, Toadman. I don't think he's on the platform anymore. The FBI is the first thing that pops up, though. After searching Toadman, the freaking first thing that pops up is a recommendation for the FBI. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna follow the FBI. Why not? You type in Toadman, and the first thing that pops up. Wow! Please, FBI, do your thing. Thank you so much, Primates, for watching this all the way to the end. Also, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as hit the little bell for a rainbow explosion that will go ahead and notify you every single time we go live or put out new content. Thank you so much, goodbye, and thanks for swinging by.